can hear you.
All right, cool.
All right, what's going on, good people? Welcome to Make a Move podcast. I'm your boy, Cool Mal. We're back with another video, man. I got a great guest coming in here tonight with me.
Right.
Um, I explain a little later how we met and we conversed and stuff like that. Introducing my guy, my boy, the musician, boy Dooley. What's going on, good brother?
What's up with you, man? How you doing, Ma? How you feel?
Cool. I've been good, man. This is the last time I saw you, man. We, like I said, we said we was gonna stay in contact, which we pretty much did. You know what I mean? A
Much,
lot of
bro.
times people talk, but they don't really move like that. You know what I mean? Where
Right.
they say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get back at you," and then you don't hear from them again. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we definitely was able to keep in contact. We said we was gonna record something, and here we are today, man. How's it going though?
Absolutely. I was very purposeful, and when I wanted to talk, wanted to be on the podcast, wanted to support you, and talk on your platform, like you and I had the conversation before. But so far, man, I'm still just pushing. Still trying to find my way through everything. But every day is another great battle. You know what I mean? So no complaints.
Absolutely, yeah, man. So yeah, so when we met, man, we had a real good conversation, man. Talked a little bit about everything, and that's when I kind of found out that you write music, and you let me to hear some of your music, and I was like, yo, this dude dope. You know what I'm saying? It was a different. It was for me. It was refreshing to the air because of the type of music that's out here in the world today. You got
Yeah.
some, you got some bad, but there's a lot of bad. I'm gonna say that it's a lot of bad that's not that great. And from what I heard that you played for me, it was different. You know what I mean? And that I think that actually stands out in music.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up listening to music all my life, listening to the music that my parents listened to, and to my generation and to the next one. And um, your music to me was so diverse. You can't sing you out as as an artist. You know what I mean? You
Type
can't be
of.
like
Right.
this or he's that. It was just I can do it all. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So many different people. So that's what I love. What I heard. You know what I'm saying? So, um, tell me how you got started, man. How you
Um.
get into music?
Okay, so getting into music is a bit of a it's kind of one of those things where you don't know, but it's always just been there. I can
Mm-hmm.
tell you the first song I remember, like, oh, this is gonna be, this is my song. You know what I mean? The first one was Fireman by Lil Wayne. Once I heard that on the radio, fire man, fire for fire, man. I got that fire in my life. I got that fire coming back.
Right.
Yeah. So it was that, and then I was a big little scrappy, but living in the city, living with my parents where we came from, we didn't have TV a lot. So everything was the radio. You know what I mean? Like,
Radio's everything.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, this is where they got the portable joints. They got the big boom boxes if you got the batteries for it. They got the handheld ones with the little batteries. They got the CD players with the walk. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's coming off a way of music where it's just going to be put out there, whether it's your radio of a car, somebody house got this, somebody got enough money, they got the whole stereo system. So they turn
Right.
it block. So now the block got the, either the throwbacks or the radio. So a lot of my life was based off the radio, and it was where I related the most.
Okay.
Um, Now as far as me writing music, that didn't start until high school. When
Okay.
um, so in my whole time, I had moved a lot from different high schools. Yes, hi mom. I had moved a lot from different high schools. Yeah, I had went from the school in Cockeysville called Doleey, and then I moved to Long Reach in Columbia. So a lot of my foundational friends, they were gone. A lot of my relationships were gone. A lot of the things that I felt kept me strong were gone. So the only thing I had to do was talk or write, and I didn't have anybody to talk to, so I
Right.
wrote. You know what I mean? So I just wrote what I felt at first. At first, it's just how I felt today, and then it's like, then it started to be stories.
Okay.
Very big in English class, it started to be stories, writing essays, being able to create a story. Then it, like, once I learned the format and the styles, like metaphors, similes, once I broke all that down, it became trying to figure out how to write my story in a way that can be expressed but appreciated by everyone because they've either been through it or they can understand it. So
Right.
then,
So
yeah.
So you said you was good at English. So being in everybody that I know who was always good at with English with that particular subject, you was either you definitely was a good reader and a good writer because you it kind of helps you develop you into a writer from far as music where when you're writing stories and things like that you got structure, you got the beginning, the middle, the end,
Right.
these different things. So do you feel that helped you um musically?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It gave me the opportunity to learn a blueprint of writing. Whereas though once I changed the blueprint of writing an essay to writing a song, it's kind of the same, but a song is easier because they have more repetitious parts. You know what I mean? Like after you get the hook and your chorus, then you write a verse. That's pretty much the only thing that'll change.
Is
Then
the
your
verse?
back and then your other verse will change, but for the most part your format is the same. Whereas though in an essay you kind of have your introduction, your body which explains everything, and then your conclusion, and then whatever else you want to put. Whereas though that's a format, but once you change the format of writing, it's similar, it's just how you do it.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so that's dope. And then also you said by you move in different high schools, right?
Mhm.
By you move in different high schools, you're meeting different people in from the town that you told me you was at, which I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
Where you go to one school like you said, Delaney. There's a different culture there where you may have you know uh, uh you know uh, a black friend, a white friend, an Asian. You may have a little bit of diverse. So by moving to all these different places, I do you think that helped you develop you as far as your writing style, being able to tap into different genres of music?
Yes. Because I think hopping in or being able to change like so when I was in Delaney or in that school or whatever, that was a predominantly black school. Don't get me wrong, of course you have you got your white people, you got your, what I'm saying, the
Right,
area grew into a predominantly black, what I'm saying? You got people coming from different schools, people transferring sports, all that good thing. So then when I went to Columbia, or yeah, when I went to Columbia for Long Reach, it was, that's Howard County, that's predominantly white area, you know what I mean? But then
right,
you
right.
still have the exception of the black kids that do get there. You got the sports, you got just people that want a better life, you got, what I'm saying, the area changes. So it helped me being able to reach more of a demographic of people, because that area going from a predominantly black to a predominantly white and multiracial, it was like I see how more people understand me than I thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I definitely see like not just the African American or the black kids understand that, they understand the yellow yellow note on your door. They understand the pink note. They understand like, nah, it's more than just them who understand. So it made it not easier, but helped me to expand in diversity.
absolutely. I definitely agree with you. And like from what the music that I did hear from you, you can actually tell. But you also too, you'll be able to reach so many more audiences doing it. And also, I think music is to me universal. It's universal. No matter what color you are, um, people listen to music. What I'm saying, all around the world. So if you're able to get, you know, have a little bit of something for everybody, for most or whatever,
Yeah.
take you far, man. So, but yeah, being very diverse is great, especially in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
coming up, you mentioned Lil Wayne, right?
Yes.
So I'm assuming that's probably one of your your
That's
favorite.
that's my goat. You know what I mean? No disrespect to Biggie and Tupac, but when I and this is the
Nah,
funny,
you
when
good,
I
bro.
introduce myself, or I let people, before we get to talking like eras of hip hop and age realms, I let people know this as a joke. There's a and in my birth year before you decide to bicker with me. Believe
Okay.
And like 1990, yeah, whatever. I'm 2001. So before you get to like, yeah, whatever, Tupac, I understand where you come from, but I'm an and baby. So Lil Wayne is my goat. Do you feel me?
Right. You know, and I think that comes with every generation. You know what I'm saying? Like for my generation, you know, Biggie, that was my generation. Lil
Right.
Wayne at that time, but he wasn't at his peak yet.
Right.
You know, so everybody's gonna have a different set of artists that they like. You got some artists, you got some people who don't who was around when hip hop was first, you know, born technically. They their favorites are the guy that was in the beginning, the Melly Mel, the you know the Grandmaster Flash, you know what I mean, the L Cool J, the Run. That may be in a top five, you know what I'm saying? To where somebody who was born maybe in the 80s and 90s, it may be different. And then each, you know, generation, they're gonna like who they're gonna like. So um I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. It's just who you like, you know what I mean, who you vibe to, who you rock out with more, you know what I mean? So yeah, so Lil Wayne. All right, so any other artists? Where did you get your inspiration from? Is what I'm trying to, you know, trying to get to you.
My okay, so like just in music above all everything else, or my
Music, period. What?
okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so my inspiration of music above music or just music in general, it has to be truthfully, it stems from two things, and both of them sound like a surprise. The first one is movies, the scoring of films, the
Yeah.
idea of setting and a
Okay.
scene with a sound was one of the, like one of the things is like if it's dark in the room, you dun 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 dun. You know what I mean? You have
Right.
that. If it's like the opening of a scene, you have a very bright, like it's gonna be a bright sunshiny day. Like you know what I mean? You have different songs that set. So there was that, but then watching wrestling, which
Wrestling. Okay.
yeah, the entrance music
It's
to
music.
yeah, entrance music to that character set a tone too, because
It was
like
tailor made for him.
will come out and his bong, the gong goes dong, and that's a whole different vibe. But then
Right.
got Jeff Hardy's upbeat, dun 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 dun. You know what I mean? So it was a lot. It was,
You heard a bunch of different sounds.
yeah, sounds.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I would never expect you to say that though. Definitely movies was a big thing. And one thing I like about with movies as far as music, you could watch movies all the way back to the 60s to 70s, and the music there, even if you didn't know about that particular music, now
Yeah,
you're watching the movie, now you know about it. You know what
right. It
I'm saying? And
alludes to.
it kind of still keep you in the history books of learning different genres of music. You know what I mean? So like myself, I listen to all kind of music,
Mhm.
not just hip hop or R&B, soul. I may listen to some jazz. I may listen, you know, a little bit maybe rock. If I, you know what I mean, if it's something nice that I like to hear. You know what I mean? I may even listen to some elevator music. You know what I mean? It keep it's
It's,
it's peaceful. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it all depends on the mood that you're in. And I honestly, I think music is the soundtrack of life. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's something for everybody, for every feeling that you may have, whatever you're going through. There's a music that can set that tone for you. You know what I'm saying? It could be
Right.
good, it could be bad, it could be sad, it could be happy, it could be whatever. You know what I mean? There's something out there for it. You know what I mean? So, um, but yeah, definitely movies, man. Movies,
Movies. And
yeah, man. Back there, you know, 20, 30 years ago, a lot of more, I don't know if they still do it now, but I know movies used to have soundtracks.
they do now, but it's not as popularized because
That was
everything
big.
internet. You know what I'm saying? You could just click back on it. So when they
Mhm.
put it out, they just put it out without no super promotion because at the end of the movie, like for example, I have the Black Panther vinyl, the soundtrack. No,
Yes.
I have the CD, but the songs that they have in the movie are not on the soundtrack. They may have the verse, they may have reconstructed it, but it's not like you know what I mean. Like, so it's kind of they're two different things sometimes. Like the movie and what they have on there is usually instrumental scoring, or but the soundtrack. Unless it's a musical movie, the soundtrack usually is something totally different.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Soundtrack was a big thing. I mean, the way, you know, when CDs and tapes and stuff were out, vinyls, well, vinyls still around too. People used to actually, I used to buy the soundtrack as well because if you watch a movie, like you said, you get inspiration from watching, you know, a movie, listening to the music. Some of that music that you heard within the movie, depending on certain scenes, was
Uh-huh.
actually on that soundtrack.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I thought that was dope, man. I definitely heard a lot of great music through movies and shit. You know what I mean? So,
Feel me.
um,
And then the next part, what got me to write, re- two artists showed me that I could write and write really well. The
okay,
first,
who's that?
Logic
Logic. Okay.
from Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Yep.
Um, he showed me that I could put on for Maryland and not always talk about shooting somebody.
Yes. Yes.
He showed
That.
me it's like it's storytelling routes, it's very positive routes. It's you can show a whole bunch of love and still tell people you don't like them as much. Like, you know what I mean? It don't gotta be fuck you all the time.
Yeah. You just tap it into different dimensions. You don't. A lot of the music today sounds similar,
Mm-hmm.
and not just the sound, but the subject matter as well.
Yeah.
Like you're talking about the exact same thing. Everybody's talking about or their upbringing and how poor they were. And, all right, cool. You know what I mean? You can talk about this. Sometimes it's a way how you word it. You
Right.
got to play with the words. I mean, I'm talking. I'm not a writer. I'm not a rapper. None of that. I'm just talking about coming from a listener. You know what I mean?
Right.
I listen, to a little bit of everything. So when I listen, I'm listening for something. I'm trying to hear some. I don't want to hear the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand it. I cannot stand sitting and listen. If I had listened to 5 artists and y'all all sounded the same as talking about the same subject matter,
Boom.
just listen to
And
the first person and never even listen to the rest.
I have to listen to the rest of them because it's all the same thing. Um, I'm so happy you brought that up because that brings up the next part of where writing comes from for me.
Okay.
Because music got so similar, so much of the same format. I was struggling. I got millions now. I'll take your girl. I drive a good car. Once it became the same thing,
Right.
I transitioned. I went into battle rap, which is a total like it's an art form with obviously no music, but it's more specific to the styles of the English literature. You know what I'm saying? More imagery, more metaphors, more similes, more punchlines. Like setting up a battle rap bar is like setting up a joke or having to set up like a story. Like you got to have a setup and punchline. So once
Yes.
I got to the idea of these rappers, they're doing what works. You feel me? I don't knock the blueprint. You're all doing the same cookie cutter thing of talking about the same thing. But then when you go to battle rap, it's like, oh no, he really has a problem with such and such. And whatever their stage name is, I'm gonna use it 10 times to tell you I
Right.
don't, you know what I mean? And it was like this art is different. I've never heard like no music, all cadence, all pockets, all speed as much as you want. Like you don't have to fill a beat. And then once I got in there, storytelling became a thing. Multiverse, multi-syllable rhymes became a thing. Inside rhymes became a thing. Like jumping over bar lines, like learning how to bend words as much as I could became my focus in after learning how to merge battle rap and music.
Yeah, battle rap is big, man. You follow battle rap as well?
Yeah, strong in battle rap. I
Yeah.
was like the last 11 years of my life has been in the community.
Okay. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, that I think the battle rap helps the competitive side, and when it comes to rap, as far as sharpening your skills, learning how to, you know, break down your opponent.
Right.
Um, some I know some artists they even have that kind of. It's actually a style. You can actually have that as a style, but not be actually talking about anybody. It's just broad, general, way that you could just be talking to everybody. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
it's just the competitive nature of how you write. You got some artists who sound like that, or but I think a lot of artists when you come out, you kind of need a little bit of that into your music. Um, I think it helps your writing style.
A little bit of battle rap.
Just a little bit of yeah,
A little
because
bit.
the competitiveness that you when you're writing, whether
I
you compete with somebody else, or most likely you're probably competing with yourself because you're trying to challenge yourself
every
to
time.
try different things. You know what I'm saying? So
See, I think everyone needs a little bit of the components of it, but I, like you said, but I don't think everyone should overdo it.
no, no,
Like oversaturate whatever they're doing in their music with the idea of being the stylistic, technical style of what battle rap is, because
right.
now in music you can mumble and it can go, platinum. But in battle rap, if you mumble, you're out of there. We don't know what
Yeah,
the fuck you
the
said.
young birds.
Get them off the stage. You know what I
That,
mean? So,
I think the mumble, as they call it, mumble rap. I think it started. Part of it started when the sound started to sound the same. If you can sound the same, you can really say whatever you want, and long as it is a good vibe. You know what I mean? Like you got artists who you really understand what they're saying, but they got a good rhythm in their beat or their chorus, and you're able to kind of mumble or sing along with it, and then oh snap, this is a hit.
right.
20, 30, 40 years ago, you had to be different. That wasn't even an option. You If you sounded like somebody else,
They would just put you like you sound like him, and it's over. We
yeah,
already got him.
they will put you like that, but you might have a problem when you go perform. Dudes will press you about that. Like
Right.
they took that serious. So you kind of had to be creative. You had no choice.
They don't care no
But
more.
right, and but it honestly by doing that, it brought out the greatest music that we've heard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can go, you can go to New York. You got 1,000, artists and rappers. You can go to Boston now. You can go to, DC. Come to Maryland now. You can go to Florida. You're gonna hear so many different. Nobody's gonna sound the same. Everybody's gonna be different, but
Right.
it's still great music. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But it also gives you a. It gives. I mean, for us, I'm not a rapper. Um, it's gonna give us as a listener different things to hear. I love listening to the different styles, different cadence, how you word, your setup, what's your story. I listen to all that. So I may listen to somebody, from the West Coast. I may be in that vibe. You know what I mean? Like this week I've been in my Too Short vibe. I don't know. It just hit me, you know what I'm saying? I just like his style. You know what I mean? This next week, like I just watched the interview with Uncle Luke. I may, now be playing some
Yeah,
Uncle Luke.
down 305 a few
Yeah,
times.
get that going, you know what I'm saying? Next week I may be Scarface. I may, even hit, once in a while. I always touch bases with this. I just like this dude's style. And I thought when you first heard his first single, you're like, okay, he got something. But when I actually brought his album, I listened to it. I was like, oh, this is fire.
We talking
Yeah,
about
he didn't sound. He can rap. But when I heard his album, I'm like, yeah, he can rap. And that it was a dude named Rich Boy from Alabama.
you talking about throw some D's on it?
Huh?
Throw some D's on it?
If you actually you go like you hear the song, it's a popular
No,
song, it's catchy, girls, everybody rocking to it. But when you go buy his album, you hear his whole story. It's a completely different sound. You know what I'm saying? But the album is fire. But
I
it gave you the insight on who he was. You know what I mean? So I'm very diverse when it comes to listening. You know what I mean? So that's when I heard when I met you that day. Once again, let me explain real quick before we go any further how we met.
right.
Anybody right now, I'm like I said, man, I'm podcast make a move. I make moves. I'm a hustler by nature, man. It's in my blood. I do many different jobs. I'm doing podcasting now as well. Still work a regular job. One of my jobs, my hustle is Uber. So I meet a lot of different people doing it. This is where I met the young brother Doleey. We started vibing, talking. The rest is history. Now we here recording,
Yeah.
doing the thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we met, and it's been good ever since. So but yeah, go ahead. What you gonna say though?
Um, I was saying, dang, I think I lost it. We started talking about how we met and shit.
All right, I had to get that out there, people. You know what I'm saying? I had to get it out there before
um,
we we keep going and going.
where was I about to go? I think I was about to go.
I was talking about the dude Rich, but I was saying I like to listen to as an artist listening. I like to listen to so many different different.
I got you.
And
That's the biggest
when I
thing.
heard you, that's what reminded me of. I was able to listen. Like, all right, well, this is one song. I'm like, oh, this is dope. The second one is like, this is not. This is not like a pattern.
Yeah, it's not the same order. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and
So
I wanted that with my music, but I think with artists, that's the thing. I think so. I think artists utilize the ability to use what's already been made, as in the comfort record, the record that's good enough to get you in there. And once you get in there, then you tell us who you are. As long as you
yeah,
get in the story first, you know what I mean? Like if this is the beat, if it's the words, the mumble is what make it go popular. Once you get the opportunity to then express from top to bottom, and usually average now, I don't know what the average album is, but I remember before the average was like, I want to say 14 to 15 songs. Now everyone's like 15 plus another 23 on a deluxe that no one asked for. I remember when people used to drop deluxe, it's because the album was already doing great. Then
yeah,
you have two songs that you want to add to see if they'll do better. But now it's like Friday drop the album, Sunday drop the deluxe. It's like, wait a minute, let me let me digest
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think a lot of what music is being pushed in today's world is it's dropping as fast. There's more artists now. It's easier way to promote and push up your music and your talent, opposed to 20, 30 years ago. It was when I brought albums. I'm a little older than you. You know what I mean? So when I brought albums at that time, back in the late '90s, 2000s, it was to listen to someone's album was an experience.
Right.
I go get the CD, get the tape, whatever. I like listening to the music in the car.
Okay.
To me, I got the best sound, the best vibes out of uh, the album. I was able to listen to the whole album. I put the album in, and I can sit there and go through um, the album covers, the album cover with the song structure. Some artists actually put some of their lyrics in each title of that. So I just sit there and read that, and then you read the shout outs. You're able to read who they that thanks to. Um, but I could do all that by sitting there listening to the album, and that way it was a more of a connection when you listen to the music. You know what I mean? So you really got to know about the artist. Opposed to today's time, everything is so fast that if your music don't catch me in the first 30 seconds,
It's out
I'm
of it.
next.
I'm on to the next, and it's over.
Next.
Yeah. But I don't know. And that's what I think makes me so different, because I'm still at the point where I like to have a lot of expression in my songs. A lot of my songs are very much so storyline expressive and not meant to be just a click on, click off. Like I can make a TikTok song that's cool, but I'm not here to make TikTok songs. You know what I
Right.
mean? If I My writing process takes a long time. Like some days within the same week, I can write three. You know what I'm saying? Write three songs, a hook and a verse, and then it won't happen again for a few months. It's
Right.
just inspiration changes. But it's like in those moments of writing, it just it just clicks, or
Mm-hmm.
then trying to force it is just you're out of there. But I'm not here to, when I feel like I'm forcing it, I know like when I feel like I'm trying to write something, it's gonna become boring and now I'm uninterested. But
Right.
the easiest part is to just make a song that's full of lies. I can lie through a whole song and make you like it because it's fictional. But who wants to do that just to get my foot in the door? Because then you'll expect lies from me later. I don't want to start like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to start like that.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, man, your music, what I heard, man, was dope. What what you're doing, I would say, keep doing it because it's refreshing to the air. And it's sad to even say that because it shouldn't be. You're always gonna have songs and artists that you may not that may not be your cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? But when it's just so much that's not good, that's a problem. You know what I mean? To where you start reflecting back on the old, but to hear someone, like yourself, young, and it's so diverse, and you know what I mean.
Hmm.
Um, that's the kind of stuff I like to listen to. You know what I mean? A lot of people I know like to listen to it as well. I mean, because like I said, you get bored. For me, I get bored with music. I
Very
get bored.
fast.
Like I can this week I could be like I said, I could be listening to Rich Boy, just like, all right, let me listen to something else. Next week is something different. but I'm able to have that option opposed to bad, 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 not so good, or maybe one or two songs is okay.
Mm-hmm.
When back at that time when really put in the work for their music,
Mm-hmm.
put their whole CD in, a whole album on, whatever,
Start.
and just start to finish, just listen to the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Um, some
Yep.
artists maybe one or two songs, you like, mediocre, but for the most part, they put out good quality. You know what I mean?
Right. I,
Quality. So
I remember a point in time where people used to have multiple hits off one album.
yeah,
Yeah, like what's his name? When Kanye dropped Graduation, he had hold on, let's go through Graduation real quick because I remember there's The Good Life, there's Champion. Hold on.
then he had some of the singles.
Yeah, those singles, but those are
Those
all that
things,
one album, that one record, those that one that
that's to
he.
get that's to get you that's to get everything going. You put the single out, you get people in tune. You know what I'm saying? You put out you drop maybe on average maybe two, three singles.
Mm-hmm.
Once you got the people already locked in, now it's time to drop the album. Now if you got a fire record, yeah, you might want to drop the album a little sooner. Like for instance, like Kendrick Lamar's song, right? It was it
Yeah,
was a, it was a battle song, but it was a hit.
which the They Not Like Us.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's a hit.
yes,
He don't have to put out a second single.
he.
Just drop the album. People going to get it. It was that. It,
It's crazy. He wouldn't even have to drop an album. To be honest, he could do like a full a EP. Just drop three extra songs with that one song.
right. It's
Right.
drop whatever it is. Drop something with like you said, EP, LP, whatever. Drop it right around that time because it that song is in a whole nother galaxy. When you got a record that's in another galaxy like that, if you drop like an album or anything, like even if you're not even just an album, let's say you're doing a movie or you got a
I was gonna
book,
say anything that you could promote. Yes, around it.
any
Anything
other
he could
product you got
promote.
around that record is going.
Right.
It's going. They're gonna buy it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, um, yeah. So, certain on average, you got to have at least two or three. You know what I mean? Singles to get the people going, and then that's how you promote your album and stuff like that. But yeah, man.
Mm. Mm. It's sheesh, man.
So, um,
Very
what's the next move? What's the next move for us music? What you doing?
My next move. Okay, so strategically, here's what we're doing. We are I have a song that's unreleased, but I'm performing it throughout Baltimore so that the range behind it, people have heard it before, they have a listen, they have an ear for it. So when it does come out and it does play, they already have it, comfortably. I know this song, I know the words, I know who perform it, you know what I mean? It's a comfortable buzz to it. So right now, I can show you on here. I can show you what the song is. So um
Yeah, show me, and then when we done, you can actually send me it, and
oh
I'll
yeah.
put the
Yeah.
link in the description so people can actually follow and check you out,
All
and
right. Let me
you
try
know,
files.
follow your journey, bro.
All right.
Yeah, this song, this record, you actually performing?
Yes, I'm actually performing. The last time I performed was last Wednesday at the Poetry Party Live.
Okay,
That is hold on, because I'm having technical difficulties. I never thought I'd have a brain fart with a computer.
it's fine, bro. Like I said, if you don't, like, just send it to me. I'll put it in the link in the description. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And we'll
Um,
we'll put it away. But
but the Party
what's the
Live.
record about, by the way?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
I said, what's the record about anyway?
Um, it was essentially it's just kind of one of those love records. I'm big on R&B. Like I love hip hop, I do, but R&B is kind of my like what I fell in love with first. So it's just like those type of things come to me quicker. R&B songs, I can email it. You can still see me, right?
Nah, you just kind of took yourself out.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, now you back.
All right, great. Um, uh, it's called Love Is Blind.
Okay.
See, and for some reason, my silly self has an obsession with I love to say in my raps rhymes having something to do with Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder. So that's where this one kind of came from. But it's Stevie Wonder, Love Is Blind. Ooh, let me see.
Well, Stevie Wonder. That I mean, literally.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But at the same time, I think that's a little. Sometimes that's a little petty.
it is.
Oh, you. All right, all right. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Noisy, noisy, noisy. Hey, hey. All right. So this one's I'm performing. It go, it go.
Ain't gonna
Hey,
do a live
can be
performance right
situations to undress you with someone. Baby, yes, you're taken. I can safely say you're mine. Let's just change the station, hydroplane, and we can slide. I can see our greatness, Stevie Wonder. Love is brown, swift blue when she rock them hips. White toes, gel fingertips. You can still see pain exist. Tough skin, Hall of Fame defense. Her smile, the only way to win. When deep down, she wants you to change the shit. Like I change cadences. I'm missing your fragrances, but. I said that I knew you, but baby, not too much. Laugh at your last night is crazy, he screwed up. I drive you crazy, you needed my tune up. Ask what I ate, and I'm hoping that you up. Head of a scholar, I give you my tune. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It just, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
now.
A little bit, something like that.
You, I think you need to record it. I think you need to make a video of that.
Oh, for sure, for sure. See,
I
and I'm gonna use my actual girlfriend in the video to be, the little model, the walking around, the whole shebang. So it's real.
Yeah, you definitely got to do one of those. I think I can see the vision of just by listening, listen to the beat, and the flow that you're spitting on it's yeah. You
Yes,
got
sir. You see what I'm saying? That's the one that I'll be recording, or that's the one that I'll be performing, letting them know that it'll be coming soon. My ideal release date for it would be like December 20th.
okay,
You know what I mean? That way I can get in the studio, get it edited, and then be able to do the cover art and everything. Make sure everything's good, and then
okay.
on that time, try to plan out where I'm gonna do videos within the next year. Within the beginning of the next year. So yeah.
So who for our production, who are you doing your own production, or do you have a producer you're working with, or
So as far as this song, everything that you heard just now was my own production. I used Band Labs just to do the groundwork for it. But as far as where I'll be going for it, my music group, Pride Music Group. Shout out to Nate, Rob, Jaria, Daisha, and Nova. Those are all the members within my group. Shout out to all of them. But I do my producer. Uh, Desmond Covington. That's my guy. He got me. And then my homeboy of BMG Studios, Dasan or Sadi. It depends on how you know him. But yeah, those two, for the most part, they've been holding me down with the
right?
production. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, you definitely got to keep pushing. A video is definitely needed for this.
You feel me? You feel
Yeah,
me?
yeah. I could
See,
definitely, bro.
I got so many songs,
That
bro.
sound. Well, that's basically what I was talking about earlier. It don't sound like
Nothing.
nothing that's really out that I've heard.
It's
You know, what I'm saying? It
ever.
sounds completely different. And it sound when I say completely,
My bad.
you see you back at it.
See,
So when
it
I say
don't sound.
something, I mean in like it could
Mm,
be it could be more of a universal record. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It's not just for one dynamic group. It could be for anybody who listen to hip hop, listen to music general that can relate. So, um, yeah, definitely need a video, bro.
For sure. I got you.
You gotta put the visual, the arts, and everything behind it on that one.
I got you.
Okay.
We get there. I'm trying to tell you, yo, when it's time and when it come down to it, yo, the video gonna be crazy.
I can imagine. You know what I mean? Let me know, man. I'm definitely gonna check it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna definitely stay in tune with you, man, because I like what I hear. So keep on going, keep pushing.
I got you. I,
Um,
um, I don't know how much time we got, but I wanted to play this beat for you. Listen.
got a few more. It's produced by yourself, by the way.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. A lot of the stuff that you're gonna hear or that you hear me play from my laptop right now is a lot of the stuff I've done on my own until I can get to the studio to record it with other people. But for the most part, this one's one of those long, drawn out stories. But look at the you feel me? In every image, I done been a minute, steady fucking letters like I'm superstitious. College gave me just an intuition that I fucked the game and didn't switch positions. Time will tell who really get the vision. Only made it problems cause it need attention. Only vibe I bring is on my days like Christmas. Every way I move, making room and slimmer. I never been faced by a crowd. My mind is not easily aroused. I take my emotions and put them in motion. I hope that you're proud of me now. My style is not easily found. I carry my face like a crown. I take my emotions and put them in motion. I hope that you proud of me now. The process try to make me meaner. Every inch I can feel like a millimeter. Gotta judge a bitch right off a misdemeanor. Every verse I spit is either super ether. By the time I drop, I be losing people. But the way I am is just a super creature. I ain't got no issue to produce a feature. Pulling point, you might lose a feature. You not that important, I ain't gotta meet you. You sound like a nigga, you know I'm a teacher. Ray Charles, how I see in my music, my future. I know how to do it. I'm ready to do it. Then you add the quote.
If you cannot do great things, do small things
In a great way. Bring it back. In every image, I done been a minute, steady ducking letters like I'm superstitious. College gave me just an intuition. See what I'm saying? Don't one song sound like another song.
No, no.
Not
I
one
think
song
that
sounds like another one.
I think that's the song you played for me the day I met you.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
one in the pop song.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, you definitely gotta let me know where to find your music, man, so I can rock out.
Right now, 2 songs are on Apple Music. If you search Doleey, Doleey, it'll be PTSD and One Thing. Those 2 songs that I have released on all platforms right now.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is it on? Are you on YouTube as well?
Yep, YouTube Music.
Okay, YouTube Music. I think I got that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check it out, bro.
Sir.
Definitely keep it up, man. And
I appreciate it, bro.
yeah,
I appreciate you letting me come here and talk about me.
that's this is all about you, bro, man. Like I said, I like what I heard, man. I like, you know, what I mean, overall, what I like the most about you, just from meet you, mind you, we was only riding for a good 20 minutes, and we spoke like we knew each other for years. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
two, you know, I'm older than you're younger, and I'm older than you, but we were still able to meet in the middle and still have an adult general conversation and vibe out. You know what I mean? I think you got an old soul.
Yeah.
The
I say so.
knowledge you have, the knowledge you have, most people at your age wouldn't have. You know what I mean? So I can tell you're a student of the game of music,
Yes,
life,
absolutely.
and you kind of carry and wear that. So overall, it was a good energy, and that's I felt the good vibes, and that's why we was able to get to this point now by even recording on my platform. Just to let you know as well, I really appreciate you coming on, man. Just like yourself doing your music with my podcast, I'm up and coming, trying to do my thing,
Right.
and this is major. So I definitely should give you a shout out for that. You know what I mean? Tip my hat, salute.
You too, brother. And anytime that I can help, as far as, keep me in the loop of when you want to do shows. I told you I got a team, you know what I mean? I got a team full of artists, I got a manager, I got a photographer, you know what I mean? Like, so if you want more people when they have more things, so that not only that you can eat, you can grow, they can eat, they can grow, y'all both work and get out, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's
We
all
could
about networking.
put them on. You could be, the podcast, come talk about your music. Like when I tell you it's great artists within this group, I love talking about me, but now I have a chance to put other people on. It's great artists in this group. It's great other, people around me. When I tell you the poetry party, I think that y'all should all come. Poetry party every Wednesday for the past 5 years. It's been every.
Where's this located at?
This is, I'm about to tell you, it's 836 Guilford Avenue. It's I forget the name of the building, but you'll see it. It's right.
If not, just send it to me. Just DM me the information.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been networking a lot recently. You know what I mean? This thing just been happening.
Right. It's
Yeah.
God, man. What else can we say?
Say that again.
I said it's God. What else? What else?
Yeah, the stars are lining up. You know what I mean? So, like you said, the Poetry Lounge, just other events that's going around the city where we all linking up and networking and touching base and help each other out.
Mhm.
So I want to kind of be the link to all of that.
Got you. I
Where,
got you.
me and you conversating, boom, you got some people that is cool, like, oh yeah, nah, I'll do a podcast. You know what I mean? You plug them in with me and vice versa. I'll promote your stuff. It's just a matter of everybody sharing and helping each other out. You know what I'm saying? And getting our message out there. So this is good, man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Energy and making moves. You know what I mean? My model is, no matter what's going on in life, what you got going on, you're happy, sad, poor, broke, homeless, or not, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
the world don't stop for us. You know what I mean? So you gotta keep moving. You know what I mean? Even if you're limping to move,
At least you can move. You
you
feel me?
move. You know what I mean? And that's the nature
Two
of my
things. Two
education.
things I've been living by. Two things, and one of them is from Charlemagne the God, but the first one is from Gilbert Arenas,
Okay.
explaining about him doing a mental preparation workout with a Navy SEAL or a sniper or something of the serious effect. He
Yep.
said he made him run in the sand to get to a blue house. Now, Gilbert said that he was, checking like, okay, we running a little bit. Where's the blue house? Where's the blue house? One thing the guy said was, you can keep checking for that blue house, but just know you're gonna get tired. All you got to do is keep your head in the sand, and by the time keep your head in the sand, keep going, and once you look up, once you're at that house, you'll stop. Until then, don't stop because you'll get tired. You know what I mean? And then another thing Charlemagne the God said was, it was in his book. It's a quote from Tommy Buns, but you know what I mean? Put the weed in the bag first and then make money.
Facts.
How that I apply that to myself is figure out what I'm gonna do first.
Facts.
Figure out how you're gonna make it first, and then you'll make money.
Yep. Yep.
Those two things. Keep your head down. Once you get to the blue house, then you stop. Keep going. Keep
Got
going. Don't stop pushing. Once you reach your end, you'll know you made it.
Absolutely. You gotta keep, like I said, make a move.
Make a move.
You have to make a move.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Put the weed in the bag, then make money. You feel me? And that's all I got to say about that.
That's
Know
fire
your
though.
worth. My brand.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yes, yeah, promote your shit, bro.
Yeah, know your worth.
Your worth, okay.
Brand. You know what I mean? Please check it out. The link will be in the bio. You can follow me on Instagram at AYOTW4N. That's Ayo Twan. That's AYOTW4N. Yeah, that as well as the songs, they will all be in the bio. Check it out. Keep following me. And like I said, and I'll say again, I totally appreciate you for having me, brother.
Oh, not a problem, man. Definitely, man. We definitely gonna continue on. You know what I mean? I want to see you prosper and do good, man, and continue putting your music out there and growing. And you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely going to, continue checking out your music, following you, and
Absolutely.
check your product out as well. You know what I'm saying? To where, you know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Where can we find the clothing though?
The clothing, it's right now it's through Teespring, so the link will just
Okay.
be in bio so that you can order it, you can get one. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think this hoodie, this one wasn't that bad. I think this one was 23.
Okay.
We do have there's a unisex, but premium material that's about 25. We do have a long sleeve shirt that's about 20, I think 25 as well. So we do have some fair price shirts.
I'm gonna definitely show you some support, man. Right now, hoodie season.
Hoodie
So
season,
yeah,
man.
so
Hoodie season.
I'm with the hoodies. You know what I mean?
You
So I'm gonna
feel me?
put my love and support, man. And we're gonna keep on pushing, man. So, like I said, to the next time, man. Appreciate it, man. Just your boy Cool Mal, Make a Move podcast. My boy Dooley, follow his music. He shouted out all his platform that he's on, man. Keep up the
Yes,
good
oh,
work. Keep pushing. Keep making moves.
absolutely.
Bro, we out, man.
We out, man. All right.
Peace.